morning to all. Before starting this session, I will discuss 2 to 3 points, especially for online students. So what is the thing is, check whether my voice is audible or not. Here, why I am typing this message means, why? Suppose if my voice is not audible, how can listen this thing also? Okay. Anyone, please unmute and give the confirmation. Is my voice is audible? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, the main important thing is in the worst case scenario. In the worst case scenario, if any network issues occur, you don't leave the session. You will stay on the same meeting. I will rejoin within 5 minutes from other networks. Okay. Please don't leave the session. And the most important thing is, at any point of time, if you have any doubt, if it is a simple or difficult, whatever it is, if you have any doubt, you can unmute yourself and ask the doubt, or else ping some message in the chat box. I regularly check the chat box and clarify all your doubts. Okay, don't forget to ask the doubts. Why? Because here you need to provide two-way communication. Then only the classes going in a good manner. Okay. Now, before starting the session, first I will discuss what happened in the last session. Okay. Here no problem. If anyone newly joined for today, here we will, please, I request all the participants, please mute yourself. In case if you are doubt, please unmute. Okay. Now, first we are providing the content for approximately 5 to 6 days. Even no problem. If you are unable to come for this 5 days, no problem. We will provide the recorded videos. After that, no. Now, what happens? Course content. That means what is the syllabus that we are going to cover throughout this session. First, I covered the syllabus. After that, why Python? We already have many programming languages, and everyone knows Java is the most popular programming language. But why we are using Python? But for that, we discussed 3 ways. What are the 3 points? My first point is Python supports both procedure oriented and object oriented. Suppose C language. What C language supports? C supports only procedure oriented concepts. Coming to Java, Java supports only object oriented concept. But Python support both procedure oriented and object oriented. Now, what is the meaning? That means by using Python, you can develop all the applications that are implemented by using C language and all the applications that are developed by using Java. So once you learn Python, you will be in a position to know 2 languages, C and Java. Okay, that is my first reason for selecting the Python. My second reason is, first I will explain the simple reason. Writing a sample program. You remember the sample program? Here I am printing a simple message, hello world. How the message is printed? In C language. Suppose I will show you some new participants. I will show you. This is the content I already shared it to you for day 1. See this one. If you are writing a simple program, C language requires this much of code. Java language requires this much of code, but Python only single line is sufficient. You got it? That is my second point. Now, the most important point is applications. By using Python, You can develop anything, A to Z application. That means standalone application, web application, console application, audio applications, video applications, scientific application, and each and everything, graphics to cyber security, network, image processing, machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, IoT, Internet of Things. Here observe, whatever we have existed, everything is implemented by using Java. Even testing, Selenium with Python, Selenium with Java is also available. But along with Java, Python plays very crucial role in many of the domains. That is my next point. Okay. So because of that reasons, I selected Python programming language. Okay, that has discussed in the last session. Now, again, what is the last topic? Computer languages. Here, this is also called as programming languages. Yes or no? The languages that are used for writing a program. Here, mission is also a language for writing a program. Assembly is also a language for writing a program. The languages that are used for writing a program are called computer languages. Along with, we also discussed SDLC, right? SDLC, software development life cycle. That is, what are the phases for developing a software? Finally, the most important question is this one, translator. So translator is used for converting one language into another language. Here, generally, what is the question they are asking? The general asking question is, what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Remember that question. So the frequently asked question is, what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? So in translator, for converting high level language into mission level language, we are using translator. We have two types. One is compiler, second one is interpreter. Just now I discussed the difference. After completion, move to the next topic. What is the difference? Compiler at a time converts my entire program into mission level language, but interpreter converts line by line. Remember the difference. Interpreter converts line by line. C is a compiled language. C uses compiler. Python uses interpreter. Now, I asked one question in the last session. What is the question? If you are writing a program by using mission level language and high level language, which one is executed fast? Mission. Why? Because directly the language is understandable by the computer. Based on that one, right now I am asking one more question. Anyone give the answer in the chat box? What is the question? Is the C program is executed fast or Python is executed fast? C or Python? Anyone? Python? Okay.
C
Python.
language.
I am getting the answers. Python, C. Yes, anyone give the answer? Please make the two-way communication. Yes, Python. Remember, the answer is C language. I already said the point. What is the point? Very, very simple. Why C? Here, line by line conversion. Compiler at a time conversion. For example, here I am giving a speech to you. Understand carefully. My speech consists of 10 lines. So total time is 10 minutes. Assume 10 lines. Total time is 10 minutes. After completion of my 10 minutes, a translation is required. Now that entire thing is converted into some another language. So for assume for translation, I need some 1 unit of time. So again in another language, total 10 minutes. Suppose if you are using interpreter, what happens? First two line is to be converted, again move back. Second line is to be converted, again move back. The switching time, you got the point? That is the reason compiler is very fast. So C uses compiler. Now you have a question. Sir, the compiler C is the very fast, then why we are using Python? So we have to consider a programming language not only in terms of execution speed. You have to consider many aspects, many number of aspects. The programming language is easy. The programming language is to be scalable. I will explain the properties, not a problem. We have many types of features we have to consider. Okay, this is the content that we have discussed in the last session. Okay, now coming to day 2. Okay, the basic introduction to Python is completed. The basic introduction to Python is completed. Now I entered into some point. Understand what is my next topic is futures of Python. Remember, please don't write. I am not explaining the futures. I am not explaining the futures. You will give the futures without my explanation. Directly, you will give the futures. First one. Up to now, we discussed some points. Based on that point, give any one feature. Lines of code is less perfect. Based on this, compared to remaining C and Java, Python is easy or not? Yes, that is my first feature. Python is simple and it is easy to learn. You got it? No need to by heart the features. Once we move on to the programming language, automatically you will understand. Automatically you will understand the future. So is this okay? Python is simple and easy. Everyone accepted? 100% accepted. Okay. Remaining features, I am not explaining. Once I am moving to the next topic, move back to futures. Now, what is my first topic? Basics. My first one is basics. The very basic. Why I am using the term basic? Basic means compulsory or optional? Primary thing, compulsory. Without knowing this class is a very important. Without knowing these things, it is not possible to move further. What is my first and the most important basic point is identifier. From now onwards, you have to know. Here I am not giving the history, who developed the Python, what are the things, those are not at all required. Once we move on, we will learn all the things, not a problem. First, I am moving to my first topic, identifier. Okay, understand carefully. What is mean by identifier? Identifier is a name. Identifier is a name given to, here we don't know. Suppose if you know any programming language, you know the term variable, you know the term constant, you know the term function, method, structures, pointers, classes, objects, yes or no module. Suppose you are new to programming language, you don't know anything, you don't know anything. So here I need to perform an operation. The program is addition of two numbers. Understand this program, then you will understand the logic. Addition of two numbers. Now you need to write a program to perform addition of two numbers. How do you write the program? Once you write the program, you need to provide some input. Yes or no? What is mean by input? For which numbers you want to perform the addition. That is called input. After taking the inputs, what you do? After taking the two numbers, You have to perform the operation. Here in my example, the operation is addition. After that, you have to give the output, that is result. For example, here the basic point, understand, I need to write a program. Assume my inputs are 2 comma 3. What is the output? 5. My inputs are 3 comma 4. My output is 7. Suppose my inputs are 1 minus 1 comma 2. My output is 1. Here what is a program? Whatever the inputs you are given, the inputs are taken by the program and then it has to produce the output. Whatever the inputs, that means you are writing one program for addition of 2 comma 3, one program for 3 comma 4, one program for minus 1 comma 2. Is it right or wrong? No, 100%. For each and every two numbers you are writing a program? No, you need to write a single program such that the program can take any type of numbers. Finally, it produces output. You got the point clear? Any doubt? So now here I am using a term. I am not able to see the screen. I think my screen is visible. So please check your settings. Please check your settings. Okay. Now, so here I need to write a program. I need to write a program such that it takes any type of values. Here a term is introduced that is called variable. In detail, I am not explaining right now. Just to listen, remember the term variable. So, what is mean by variable? Variable is used to hold some value. Variable is used to hold some value. For example, here I am writing my program as a plus b. What is in I am writing in algorithm format. First to read two numbers. Yes or no? For addition, read two numbers. Read a comma b. Is a comma b are the numbers? Remember, a comma b are the variables. The variable hold the value. For example, if I have given 2 comma 3, internally a consists of a value 2, B consists of a value 3. Suppose where you are staying, if I given your address, automatically your address is a variable. You are available in your address. You are the value. You got my point? Exactly. A is a variable, that is address which holds a value 2. B is the variable which holds a value 3. Now, what happens? You are performing addition. Now understand, whatever the values present in A and B, perform addition, and the result is stored in C, finally printing the result. This is the basic algorithm. Now, here I am writing a program. If you are given 2 comma 3, what is the output? 5. If I am given 3 comma 4, 3 is copied into A, 4 is copied into B, 3 plus 4, 7 is performed, that 7 is assigned to C and print 7. Now you got the program. This is a program. Now, what is a program? Program is a set of instructions to do a task. But the main important thing is you need to write a program such that the program accepts any type of inputs. The output is displayed according to the given inputs. According to the given inputs. Okay. So we discuss variable in detail later. Coming back to identifier. Now, what is an identifier? Identifier is a name given to a variable. Here, this is a name. Even though that is a variable, here this is a name. This is a name. Suppose my name is Razu. Your name is some ABC. Your name is some XYZ. Every person have a name. Yes or no? Every animal has a name. Each and everything has a name. Similarly, variables, classes, objects, methods, functions, constants, everything has a name. What is an identifier? Remember why I am explaining this much of time in the sense, identifier plays a very crucial role. If you don't know the concept of identifier, you don't know any programming language. So identifier is a name given to either a variable or class or object, etc. Okay. Now, what is the next question? Obviously, the next question is what are the rules to follow to give a name directly? That is blindly we are not giving the names. This is not users, this is a programming language. In the programming language, everything is fixed by the developer. That is who developed the Python, who developed the Java, who developed the C. They fixed. You have to follow these rules.
రాత్రికి బాయ్ రాత్రి
I request, please mute yourself. Okay, at the time of language development, they fixed some rules. Everyone must and should have to follow these rules. If anyone violates the rule, 100% it gives an error. What are the rules? Now, what is this one? The rules to given a name. What is identifier? Identifier is a name, and to give a name, you have to follow some rules. Simple example, suppose my name is Raju. How my parents give my name? Everyone know the basic concept. How? Based on date of birth. Exactly, everyone, generally 99%, based on the date of birth. That is the time, and based on the star, and etc. etc. That means they follow some rules. So he born at this particular date. So his name starts with these letters. For example, my name starts with the letter R. My name starts with the letter K, like that. Yes or no? Everyone, exactly. In the programming languages also, the variable, the method, the class, the object, the names begins with, ends with, and follow some rules. What are the rules? A variable contain alphabets. Variable, not only variable, a name. Remember, a name contain alphabet. What is mean by alphabet? The letters, our regular letters, A to Z. Here, small a to small z, or capital A to capital Z. Remember, both are different. Lowercase letters and uppercase letters, both are different. Once we move on the topic, I will show you some concept of ASCII to provide differentiation. Right now, that is not important topic. Right now, our topic is a name may consist of alphabets. Alphabets are A to Z and A to Z, either lowercase, uppercase. Why? Python is a case sensitive language. Case sensitive means uppercase letters are different from lowercase letters. Generally, it is very easy to remember. Not only Python, C, C++, Java, Python, all the languages are case sensitive, not a problem. In all the languages, uppercase letters are different from lowercase letters. Now, my second point is, what is the second point? Generally, assume a name may consist of digits. A name may consist of digits 0 to 9. Digits in the sense only that combination 0 to 9. Any digit. Digit in the sense no need to use a single digit. You can use a combination. So 23, 57, 544, etc. Now, finally, everyone know these two. That is a basic thing. But the very important is third point. Only the special character underscore is allowed. Suppose if you open your keyboard, you have many special characters. dollar symbol, pipe symbol, complement, star, etc., percentage, ampersand, many number of special characters. Yes or no? But a name consists of only the special character underscore. Now, what I said, these are the allowed, these are the allowed things in the identifier name. Now, here I am not given the rule. Here, what is the main rule? The name that is an identifier does not start. Identifier does not start with a digit. Remember this point. That means a name does not begin with a digit. Compulsory you have to remember. Without knowing, it is not possible to learn Python, not possible to learn C, not possible to learn Java. Without knowing this one. Why? Because without a variable, we are not writing a single program. Without variable, which program we are writing? Only printing hello world, printing welcome message, only possible. Got it? Yes. So remember this one. A name does not start with a digit. That means obviously, what is the reverse point? A name starts with alphabet or underscore. That means a name can start with alphabet or underscore. Okay. Now up to now any doubts? Up to now any doubts? At any point of time, again I am repeating continuously. At any point of time, if you have doubt, please unmute. If it is clear, ping some message yes. If it is unclear, ping some message no. Now I will give you some questions. Check whether those are valid identifier or not. A is valid or invalid? Suppose I will write first. Check step by step. A B C. A underscore B. Suppose 1 AB. 1 underscore A. Underscore AB. Underscore 123. For example, A dollar. Dollar underscore A. Finally, A underscore 1 underscore B underscore 1 underscore 2 underscore. Here I am given 5 examples. Once you give you the correct answer for this example, then you will understand the concept of identifier. Now, check step by step. The online students also follow parallelly. A. A is a valid or invalid? Valid. Starts with alphabet. It consists of single alphabet. Very good. Now, here A, B, C. It is a single name or 3 names? Single name. Remember, if you have more than one name, they are separated by comma. It is considered as a single name. So this is ABC valid. Now, A underscore B, single or multiple? Always this, all these are singles. A underscore B, valid or invalid? Valid or invalid? Valid. Exactly. Perfect answer. So the third one is also perfect. Now all the students give the response for fourth one. 1AB, fourth one. Not valid. That is invalid. Exactly. Why? You know the answer. Here the identifier begin with the digit. Very, very important. Invalid. Now, 1 underscore A. This is simple. It is valid. Yes or no? Yes.
No.
Underscore A. Remember, generally, if whenever underscore is seen, we said that underscore A digit. Here, the important thing is not underscore, not digit, not A. 3 are allowed. Okay, no problem. But which one we have to start? Starts with underscore alphabet. So, obviously, this is invalid. Yes or no? So, here one student give the answer. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 10 are valid. Perfect. Underscore AB. Now this is valid 100%. Underscore 1, 2, 3. Remember, here I will explain this one later. Understand, remember this one. I will explain this one later. Once I move to execution, then only you will understand. Right now, you don't know whether it is a valid or invalid. Why? Because according to your condition starts with underscore. If it starts with underscore means in the sense it is valid. But the variable, that is the name, does not consist of any alphabet. Any alphabet. Where a variable is stored, that is where a value is stored, here it is also looks like a number. This number stores another number. Yes or no? You don't know. So remember the seventh one I will execute and then I will show you step by step. It takes some amount of information. Okay. Now, what about the eighth one? Invalid. Why? Here we are using a special symbol other than underscore. Invalid. Now, dollar underscore A. Invalid. A underscore 1 underscore B underscore 1 underscore 2. 100% valid. Finally, I forgot one more thing. Underscore. This is valid or invalid? Why it is invalid? Starts with underscore.
Correct, sir.
Exactly. This is invalid. Invalid. Why in the sense? Okay. Starts with underscore. But what is the name? For example, consider the previous program A comma B. If you are writing underscore is equal to 2, that is, suppose for second variable again underscore, what happens? Is it possible? No. Compulsory, even though it starts with underscore, followed by an alphabet. But here the question is, it should be followed by digit or not. I will explain later. Remember that one. Now, the last point related to identifier, not last point. We have two more points. What is the last point? Sorry, before last point, an identifier is not, that is, does not a keyword. What is keyword? You don't know, ignore. Simply ignore. After completion, I will explain. An identifier is not a keyword. You don't know the keyword, no problem. Ignore the statement. The very, very important step is the length of the identifier. The length of the identifier. What is mean by length of the identifier? For example, see this one. Here the length of identifier is 1. The length is 3. The length is 3. Here the length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Here there is no limit. Remember the term. There is no limit on the length of the identifier. You can give a name of any length. Why I am speaking specifically means, except to Python, in remaining programming languages, the name is fixed length. You have to follow only 8 characters. You have to follow only 16 characters, that is 16 letters. But in Python, no fixed length. Okay. Now, the main important topic is completed. What is an identifier? It takes a lot of time, but it is very, very important. Identifier is a name that is given to the components that are used in the program. Okay, for giving a name, you have to follow some rules. The rules are, an identifier contains alphabets, digits, underscore, but the very, very important condition is an identifier does not begin with a digit. That means it begins with either underscore or alphabet. And one more important thing is, if it begins with an underscore followed by compulsory a character, and the length of identifier is not fixed. That is, no limit on the length of identifier. And I explain one more point. What is that one? An identifier is not a keyword. Yes or no? Now, what is the term keyword? That is my next topic. What is my next topic? My next topic is keyword. Keyword. So also called as reserved word. Keyword is also called as reserved word. That means some words are fixed for some purpose. Yes or no? Some words are fixed for some purpose. In our regular life also. See this one. For example, anything, suppose green button, generally everyone, most of the situations, we know in the traffic signal green is for moving, suppose red is for stopped, that is fixed. Even though you change, not a problem, but everyone easily know, okay, green for moving, red for stopping. Exactly, at the time of a language development, some words are fixed for some purpose only. They have their specific meaning. Such a type of words are not used as a keywords. Sorry, such type of words are not used as identifiers. Identifier in the sense variables, methods, classes. So those are not used. For example, in the previous case, we write a program A comma B. Yes or no for reading the variables. Remember, these two are the variables. Now, these satisfy the rules of identifier. Yes or no? Yes. For example, I given some keywords. If you don't know, no problem. If you don't, problem. If is a keyword, while is the keyword, for is the keyword, else is the keyword. We have a total of 33 keywords. Remember, you have a total of 33 keywords reserved for some specific purpose. Suppose A is equal to 3, B is equal to 4. Valid or invalid? Perfectly valid. Suppose if is equal to 3, while is equal to 4, valid or invalid? Invalid. Why? If we have a specific meaning, if you have a specific meaning, not allowed as a variable, not used as a method name, not used as a object name. Now you got point. So for example, you will cover all these topics. If is used for checking the condition, while is used for repetition of a loop, for is also for repetition of a loop. Each and every have their fixed meaning. So Python, we have a total of 33 keywords. Okay. Now that is the reason keywords are not used as identifier. Okay. Now we entered into Python. Now we enter the Python, but we are not writing any program. Even up to now, we are not installed any software. Whatever we discussed, the basic things, identifier and keyword, these are the things, not only Python. Remember, these belongs to C, belongs to Java, belongs to C++. These are the things that belongs to the basics of any programming language. But the difference is, suppose in Python, the length of the identifier, no limit. The number of keywords, 33. Suppose another language, C language, there may be number of keywords 32, there may be 60, there may be 50. That is not required for us now. What is our next point? My basics are completed. The basics ready to enter into the program. What is the next step generally? Assume, give some assumptions. Exactly. Platform. That means we need a platform to write the programs. Yes or no? Without knowing the thing, that is, I know how to write a Java program, I know how to write a Python program, C program, but you need a tool or you need a software for writing and execution of the program. Now what is my next step? My next step is installation. Follow step by step. For executing the Python program, we have many IDs available. Many IDs available. So I am moving step by step. So right now you are in the basic sessions. Here I am using the basic Python IDLE. The basic IDLE. This is the basic IDLE. Once you understand this basic IDLE and you are in a position to write these programs in using IDLE, next I am moving into Jupyter. Throughout my session, I will explain 3 types of softwares for executing Java program. First, step by step. At a time, I am not moving. IDLE is the basic thing. Once you are clear with your IDLE, I am moving into Jupyter. Now, after completion, everyone generally listen the word PyCharm. Now I am moving into Python. Remember, whatever we are using, whether ideally Jupyter or PyCharm, the way of writing the programs is 100% same. The only difference is the way of execution. Program, whatever you learn the program, that is 100% same. Suppose I am writing a program, write the program in IDLE, execute, give one answer. If you write the program in Jupyter, execute, give the same answer. In Python, the same answer. The program is same, the output is also same. The only difference is the way of execution. Not only way of execution, we have a term module, generally called as packages. What is the meaning? In the first session, I discussed one word. Why Java becomes popular? Sorry, not Java, Python. Why Python becomes popular in the sense, in Python, most of the things are predefined. Most of the things are predefined. What you have to know, what are the things that are available, how to use. You no need to write the code. Python, why Python becomes a simple language? You no need to write the vast code. Simply, you use whatever that is already developed, you are using. That is, we are importing that statement you can use. So that is called modules. So the only difference among these one is the sense, the IDLE supports the basic module. IDLE supports the basic module. Suppose these ones supports the advanced modules. For example, assume a module NumPy, numerical Python. This is a module which is used for scientific and numerical applications for data science. Now, this module is directly not available in IDLE. That module is directly not available in IDLE. If this module is directly available in Jupyter and Python, directly we can use that module in Jupyter and Python, but ideally that module is directly available. But remember, you can use by manually install. You manually install that NumPy in the IDLE and you can use. I will show how to install manually everything. Okay. Now, so what is our topic? Installation. Before coming to the next session, please complete your installation. That is the important thing. Why? From the next session onwards, I will write the programs. I will start the program step by step, level by level. Parallelly, you have to practice the program. So that is the reason install. Now move to any web browser. How to install the software? First move to any web browser. Any web browser. Suppose here I am moving into some Google Chrome. You can use any web browser. Generally, all uses the same thing. So I am moving into the Google Chrome web browser. Fine. Now, here type the official website. Here I will write down in the pane. What is the official website? www.python.org. Remember that website. This is the official website. What is mean by official? The language developer, they given the website. From this website, you can download Python. Now type python.org. Click simply python.org. Press enter. Move step by step. Python.org. Press enter. Once you press enter, this browser is open. This page is open. Now, depending upon your operating system, you can select the Python. You are using Windows operating system, the software related to Windows, Mac related to Mac, Unix related to Unix. I think you got it. Depending upon the operating system, the software is changed. In mobiles also, regular mobile, Android, Apple mobile, iOS, exactly. Now, here, observe, we have an option downloads. You have an option download. Python have mainly two categories of version. One is Python 2.x. Here 2.x means Python 2.x, Python 3.x. So 2, 3, what it specifies? 2, 3 specifies the major revisions. Always remember, whenever you have the versions like this, if you change the before extension, this specify the major revision point x. That means suppose 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. These are the minor version. Suppose if any bug in the sense some error, if any bug in the 3.1, we updated the bug and go to 3.2 like this. Now, which version you have to install? Many number of versions. Which version you have to install? That is completely depends on your wish. Which version? If you want to use Python 2, you can use 2. If you want to use 3, you can use 3. Obviously, what you are installing? 3. Why? Because to overcome some of the problems, we are moving into 3. Again, under 3, we have many subversions, right or wrong? Generally, which version we are installing? The latest version. See this one. Now, here once you select the downloads, here by default it is showing the Windows operating system and Python 3.11.1. This is the latest version available. This is the latest version available. Okay. Now, if you want the other version, suppose I doesn't need 3.11, I need 3.9. Simply click on Windows. Click on Windows. Here, see this one. It shows all the versions. It shows all the versions. See this one. 3.7 is also available. 3.10 is available. 3.8 is available. 3.9 different versions are available. Yes or no? Here you can select any of your required version. Any of required version. But at the time of selecting the version, remember some important term. Here note that Python 3.11.1 cannot be used on Windows 7 or earlier. That is before Windows 7, the 3.11.1 is not installed. Generally, we are using after 7. Generally, suppose here 3.10.9 also same thing. Assume here 3.8.16 cannot be used in Windows XP or earlier. Right now you are using Windows 7. Is it possible to install 3.11? No. So you can you can install 3.8. You got the point? Depending upon the operating system version you are using, you can select the Python version. You are using Windows 7, but you are installed Python 3.11, the programs are not executed. Now, I am blindly installing Python 3.11.1. Here, click. The first step, click. Once you click, within fraction of second, the installer is downloaded. See, fraction of seconds. Why? Because it is a very less place. Now, already in my system, the Python is installed. Now, I will explain step by step how to install in your system. After downloading the installer, click. After downloading the installer, simply click the install. So once you click on the install, it will opening. Now in your screen, okay, this is not required. Don't run. So in your system, how it displays? In your system, it displays with two messages. What are the two messages? Installation, custom installation. Remember, what is the difference between installation and custom installation? Installation means the complete Python is installed. That is, whatever the predefined modules in the IDLE, all the modules are installed automatically. Custom installation means you need to select, I need only this module, select that module. I need second module, select that module. You have to select the specific module and then install. Which one we are selecting? Obviously, we are selecting the normal installation. Simple thing is, open the installer, click on installation. At the last, you have a checkbox. At the last, you have a checkbox like this. Here we have a message, check path. Simply select the checkbox. The only thing is, select the checkbox on the first page, click on the installation, next, finish. No need to do anything. Next, finish, close the process. That installation is completed. Very simple installation. Clear? Any doubt? Open python.org, download your required version. After downloading, open the downloader installation, click on next, click on install, and then next to our complete Python IDLE is installed. Okay. After installation, what happens? I will explain that thing right now. Go to, observe carefully, go to this start. Go to start. Here, select IDLE. Type IDLE. Automatically, an IDLE is displayed to the user. Within the bracket, it shows the version also. Yes or no? Python 3.11. Remember one more thing. Within a system, you can install any number of IDLEs with different versions. Here, why it is not possible to install for me in the sense, here I install the latest version. Suppose if you try to install 3.10, you can install. With different versions, you can install, not a problem. Okay. So again, I am showing, go to start, type IDLE, it opens the IDLE. Click on this one. Click on this IDLE. Once you click on this one, it opens the IDLE. See this one? See this one? This IDLE is open. Now, just now we entered into the Python shell. Generally, this is called an IDLE shell. General term, shell means the place where we are executing the program generally. Okay. Now, okay, this is clear. Up to now, any doubts? Okay. Now, 2 plus 3. Here I am performing a simple addition. Here without using AB, without using C, I am writing 2 plus 3. That means this Python is used as a calculator also. In the calculator, we are performing the operation directly 2 plus 3. Automatically, it gives the answer. Not only addition. Suppose if you want any other, 2 power 3, power 2, double star represent power, 2 power 3, that is 2 cube. What is the answer? 8. Not into 2 power 3. The answer is 8. That means like calculator also you are using Python. Now, the final point for the today's session is very important. Remember, the theoretically important, not practically, modes of Python. Modes of that particular IDLE. Every Python programming we are executed in two modes. We have two modes. What are the two modes? One is called interactive mode. Second one is called script mode. Okay. And before explaining this one, anyone give one feature? Already one feature is completed. What is the feature? Simple and easy to learn. and another feature is already completed. Exactly, we are installing the software without any money. Yes or no? That is free. Python is free and open source. What is the meaning? We can freely installed, and remember Python is a customized. Here at the installation we have the option custom installation. At the custom installation means you can select any of the things. Now need to install the complete Python. That is Python freely available and it is open source. You can do anything. That feature is available. Then what is the need of by-heading the features? Yes or no? Yes. Now, modes of Python. Python is interactive and script mode. Within 5 minutes, I will give the difference. Wait for 5 minutes. Suppose coming to C, C++, Java, whatever, except to Python, you are writing a program in one page. Suppose you are writing the program in one page, and after executing the program, where the result is displayed. Remember, if you know the programming previous C, C++, Java, no problem. Suppose if anyone don't know, I will explain clearly, understand. Here first you open a compiler. There I am writing my program. There I am writing my program. Suppose C program or Java program. Once the execution is completed, you got the result. But the result is not displayed on the same page where you are writing the program. We are navigating to some another page. In that, the result is displayed. You got my point? For output, we have to move some another place. Program is in one place, output is in another place in programming languages except Python. But coming to Python, we are given the input. At the same screen, we are getting the output. That means a user directly interact with this IDLE. Yes or no? That is interactive mode. Right now we discussed. Now this is interactive mode. Yes or no? So here I am given the input exactly on the same page. I am getting user directly interact with the shell. User directly interact with the shell. So ideally it is possible interactive mode. This is also one feature of Python. Yes or no? Interactive. This is one feature. Now generally, here you observe, after completion of one line, when we press enter, the result is displayed. Generally, if you want to write a program in more than one line, it is possible in shell also, but looks like some difficult. If you want to write a large program, then what we are doing is we are moving into script mode. What is mean by generally script? Script is a program. So how do write a program in script mode? Simply understand and remember, both are important. Go to file. Go to file. Here the first option, new file. The first option is new file. Click on the new file. Now, whatever the new file that is generated, this is called script. This is called script. Now, I am writing my program under this script. Execute the program. Where the output is displayed? Again, the output is always displayed shell. In remaining programming languages, we have like this. In one page, we are writing the program. The output is displayed on another. Here I am writing the program. For example, what was the program just now we learned? Welcome to Python. So you don't know print. Ignore that one. For example, this is my program. My program consists of some 2 lines. So here I am not explaining any syntaxes. Assume this is a program. Now, program is executed. What is the first step? In any programming language, the first step is first you have to save the program. Yes or no? Without saving, how to execute? How to save the program? File, file, save. Now here it shows the path. It shows the path where to save the program. By default, it shows the path is this one. This is the path where my Python software is installed. Where is installed? Under C drive, users, Harsh, app data, local, programs, Python, Python 311. This is the place, this is the path. Already the software is installed. Already the software is installed at this location. Automatically your programs are stored at this path. Now you can change the path, yes or no? You can change the path according to your requirements, not a problem. Suppose directly you can save the program, or else here I am creating a folder to you. Right click, new folder, suppose Python batch 31. From now onwards, I save all my programs in this folder. Now, simply select this one, press enter. Within this folder, save the program. What is my first program? Simple program. For example, hello, or else simply my program name is welcome dot py. Remember, for this actually no need of py. Why? Because here observe save as type Python files. Why? We opened the script from the IDLE. Yes or no? We open the script from the IDLE. That is the reason automatically it is considered as a Python file. Later, tomorrow, I will move to another point. I opened the file by using Notepad. In that case, compulsory you have to mention .py. So welcome.py. Py specifies the extension of Python file saved. Now see this one. Python file is saved. Click on run. Once you click on run, select the option run module. The output is displayed on the interactive mode. Okay, no problem. Whenever we are practicing the programs, we will discuss a lot, not a problem. Here, what is my intention is not the program, not saving. My intention is there are two modes, interactive mode and script mode. That is my intention. Now, what we discussed before closing the session, what we discussed in the today's session, anyone? First one. First one, identifier. Before identifier, the previous topics. Identifier is discussed. What is mean by keywords? What is mean by keyword? The next one is installation. Installation. After that, we discussed two types of modes. Interactive mode and then script mode. Here I am writing whether the topic is completed or not. For that purpose, I am writing. Okay, clear. If all the topics are clear, if anybody have any doubt, ask that. Anybody under all these day 1 and day 2, if you have any doubt, please ping me or unmute yourself and ask the doubts. Anyone? If you have no doubts, thank you for the today's session. You can leave the session if you have no doubts. If you have any doubts, ask me.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yesterday we discussed about compiler, right? So do we have? So we directly ran this job. So do we have that option in this? Like before running the job, we can compile it or not?
Sorry, I'm not getting your point. Please explain
So
clearly.
yeah. Just now we created one script, right? We directly ran that script.
Yes.
But before that, so is it possible to see that whether that script was compiled or not in
Okay, I got
Python?
your point. So, yes, your question is script file directly we are getting the answer, but what happens in between? For example, I
Yes,
will
yes.
show you one sec. Yes, I got your point. See where what is the path? Users. Okay. First, I am moving to the path where my file is stored. Python. 1 second. Local service is here. Programs. Python 311. Now, within this one, see this one, this is your program. Remember, in C language and Java language, once suppose C language sample.c, if the program is executed, first it generates an objective code .obj. Always remember .obj, and that object code is moved for execution. It generates .exe file. So two stages. One is a compilation stage. Second one is execution. But and coming to Java, you are writing the program .java, and it shows next one after compilation. It shows .class file, that is bytecode. Now that bytecode is transferred to this execution, produces a output. But coming to Python, here see this one, that code is not available. That code is not available. What happens in Python means internally the two stages are completed. Python is completely interpreted language. Java is also an interpreted language, but Java uses two stages: compilation, interpretation. Why? Because Java software internally consists of a Java compiler for compilation and then JVM for execution. But Python, we do not have any option. Suppose I will show you one more thing. So that is the reason directly whatever the file you written, that file is visible. That is Python file. Directly we are getting the output. For example, users. I will show you one more example. Suppose this is Java. These programs are not executed. 1 second. I will show you. So, sir, this how to open. Here right now I am not executed any program. Okay. In this I have not program. So okay, no problem. Whatever it is in Java, whatever you are executed, it generates dot class file, and that dot class file is visible. But in Python, it is not possible. Directly we are getting the answer. Directly we are getting the answer. Okay.
Okay. So if we get any error during execution, how can we trace it? Like, how can we debug it?
Exactly. Super. I will give you test now. See this one. Python is an interpreted language. For
Yes.
example, if I forgot this bracket, if I forgot
Okay.
close this bracket, save this program and run the program. What is mean by interpreter? Line by line. If there is an error in the first line, it does not move to next line. Click run module. See this one. The left was never closed. Automatically, it shows the error. Syntax
Okay.
error. For example, if I forgot this one and close this one, that is first opening must and should have closing. Run this module. See this one. Unterminated string literal. Now you got the point. For
Yes. Yes.
example, here I am typing the statement here. Print good. Now run this program. Sorry, save this one. Now run this program. Run. Here we are getting an error, unexpected indent. This is an additional concept. We will discuss later. That means line by line execution. If there is an error in the first line, we are not moving to the second line. You got the point? Yes?
Yes, yes.
Yes, okay. So no problem. We will continue with the next session with the practice programs. Once we
Okay.
move on the programs, so no problem. We easily understand. Okay.
Sure.